Hey everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel and this over here is my dog Gus. I hope that you're all having a great day. The video that I have planned for you guys is focusing on our wrists, so our fingers, our hands, our palms, and our wrists, even our forearms. So I do already have one video up on YouTube about hands and feet. So if you like this or if you've already watched that, this is going to be a great complement to that video as well. And if you're looking for it, just scroll down in the description of this video because I have it linked there. But anyways, you guys, we're going to get started. So just find a comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall, and we're just going to start by closing the eyes and taking a few shoulder rolls together. So you can let your eyes close, let your shoulders come up to the ears, roll them back and down, and we're just going to do a few shoulder rolls. Just taking these first few breaths together just to slow things down. Settle in either to the ground, the floor that you're sitting on, or maybe your mat. And right from the start, just feeling your breath, breathing in through your nose, and let it go out your mouth. Doing a few more shoulder rolls here, breathing through it. Nice work, you guys. After the end of your last shoulder roll, just start to sit still. You can open up those eyes. We're just going to bring our hands in front of us. So extending your left arm out long, you're just going to bend that wrist a little bit as you push into your palm. So be nice and gentle here, starting to lengthen that left arm and just gently pushing on the palm of your hand, kind of where your fingers and your palm meet, and just helping that wrist kind of bend, feeling that stretch through your forearm. Your wrist, your thumb can just hang out here. Again, be nice and gentle, only going as far as you need to feel something. And then maybe close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, release that left arm down, shake it out, do a couple wrist circles with both of your wrists, even though we were feeling that through the left one. And then we're going to extend that right arm out, and then you're going to start to push into the palm or where the fingers and the palm meet, and just encouraging your fingers towards the mat or the ground as you lengthen through the forearm, letting the thumb just completely relax. Maybe closing the eyes and just feeling this through the forearm and the wrist. Maybe even in the palms. Nice job, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, start to let go. Coming back, doing a few wrist circles. So do a couple circles in each direction. Shake it out however you need to shake it out. And then starting to bring your fingers towards the mat. So spread your fingers nice and wide here. Just the fingertips are going to touch down, and then you're just going to encourage your palms towards the mat. So as you pulse it out here, you're stretching each of your fingers except your thumbs. Don't worry, we'll get to the thumbs in a second. But just feeling that stretch as you pulse it out. So good. Oftentimes we forget to stretch our fingers, so this is a really good one. It's one of my favorites. And then you can start to take all that weight out of those fingertips, wiggle it out, shake it out if you need it, and then get into those thumbs. So push the tip of the thumbs into the mat, and then just pulse it out, bringing your fist towards the mat, but feeling the length through your thumb each time you push your hands down. Just pulse it out here. Feeling that nice stretch through your thumbs. So good. Awesome work, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but Gussie has the hiccups. You might see him shaking a little bit. So take all that weight out of your thumbs. Take a few wrist circles here. Wrist circles, and then we're going to make our way onto our hands and our knees. So taking that stretch that we did for the forearms and the wrist at the beginning, just a step further. So you're going to bring from your hands and your knees, And you're gonna turn these fingertips out towards the side. So pushing the palms into the mat. I like to spread my fingers nice and wide. You can do one hand at a time, or you can do both hands. So from here, I'm gonna do both hands, or if you're doing one, I'll tell you when to switch sides. We're just gonna shift that body weight back and forth, just deepening that bend that we're getting in the wrist, but being nice and gentle. So only go as far as your body allows you to go. Not pushing anything too far, just feeling what you feel. Breathing into it. So those of you that have your one hand down right now, I want you to switch sides. If you're doing both and you feel good to stay, keep rocking side to side. And just feeling that stretch through your wrists, even up into those forearms. Nice job, you guys. Just a few more rocks back and forth. And then you can start to turn those fingertips back to face the front. Face the front, sit on your heels. Just do a few wrist circles. Do a few in each direction. And then switch directions. Just wiggle it out as much as you need to. We're going to come back down. We're going to do that one more time. An option to take this even further, you guys, is to turn the fingertips to point actually facing the knees. So all the way turning that hand. So again, if you can't actually get your fingers to point towards your knees, you can turn them as far as you can if it feels all right on the elbows and the wrists. But if not, just bring the fingertips out to the sides like we did just before. Okay, so option again is to do one hand or both hands, except this time, if you do have your fingers pointing towards your knees, you're gonna rock forwards and backwards. Again, this is quite an intense stretch, so you might not need to rock. You might just be pushing the palms into the mat, feeling that awesome stretch, but only if you wanna move a little, if you do wanna take that stretch just a little bit further. Because as you bring your hips back to the heels, you're going to notice that that stretch deepens in those forearms and the wrists. So just relaxing into it. Those of you that are doing one hand right now, I want you to switch sides. If you're doing both, stay with me or take a break. Listen to your body. Be nice to those wrists. Don't take it too far. Things aren't feeling very good today. Just take it easy. Nice work, you guys. So start to turn your fingertips back to the sides or the front. Ooh, relax. Take all of those weight, all the weight of the hands. Sit on the heels. Now you're probably going to want to do some wrist circles. You might even want to massage that wrist, that forearm a little bit. Awesome, you guys. So a quick counter stretch here. We're going to take the top of our hand and we're just going to push it into the mat. So bending the wrists in the opposite direction. So you can do one hand, you could do both hands, but if you do want to rock in this one, it's going to be forwards and backwards or no rock at all. Just pushing the top of the hand into the mat. And if you've got one hand down, I want you to switch sides. And again, we've only got two hands, so it doesn't really matter which hand you happen to be doing. It'll all balance out, even if you're on the opposite hand that I'm on. Awesome, you guys. So again, sit on those heels, shake it out, wiggle it out. Got one more awesome forearm wrist stretch for you guys. So listening a little bit carefully for this one, it can be kind of confusing. So we're going to take our right wrist, or right fist, sorry, or right hand and make a fist. Okay, I can't talk today. Make a fist with your right hand. Make it really tight so the thumb can be outside of the fingers. Make that fist. The top of your hand is going to come onto the mat. So bend your elbow, bring the top of your hand onto the mat. Taking your left hand, you're going to hang on to that fist. So you're going to hang on and you're going to keep that fist nice and tight, because when you relax the hand and the fingers, you can lose the stretch. Okay, so once you've got your left hand hanging onto that fist, making it nice and tight or keeping it nice and tight, you can start to straighten that elbow Oh, now you might feel that in your forearm and the top of your hand, even your wrist. Okay, so if you're still here with your elbow bent, you just can't straighten it, that's perfectly fine if you're feeling this. But if you're not getting much, just check in with that fist. Make sure that fist is nice and tight, thinking about straightening the arms. So if you're sitting on your heels right now, you might actually want to lift the hips off the heels, get into your tabletop-ish position, and lengthen that elbow. Pushing the fist and the top of the hand into the mat, feeling that through this forearm here. Awesome, you guys. So let's take a break out of this one. Relax, take all that weight out of that right hand, wiggle it out, shake it out. If you were a little bit confused on that side, don't worry, we have a second chance. So again, play with it. If you're new to this, it might be a little different, or you might not find that stretch right off the start, but again, second chance. So just listen to my directions. I'll make them a little bit better, a little more clear on this side, hopefully. Okay, so making a fist with that left hand, nice and tight. Thumb is on the outside of those fingers, okay? Top of the hand is gonna come into the mat or push into the mat, so start by bending that elbow just so you can actually get the top of your hand into the mat, and then bring your right hand and squeeze your fist nice and tight. Okay, from here you can start to lengthen that arm, straightening that elbow, finding your knees. If you're sitting on your heels, try to lift the hips up. Push that hand into the mat and then straighten that elbow. And you should feel that through your forearm, the top of your hand, your wrist, keeping a little bit of pressure on that hand. Fist is staying nice and tight. My fingers are relaxing. I know if we stay here, our hands start to relax even though we're squeezing them really tight. It's just the way it works. Awesome, you guys. So start to relax. Take all that pressure out of your hands. Sit on your heels. Wiggle the wrists around. Shake the wrists around. Whatever feels good. And then finding a comfortable seated position whenever you're ready. And just placing your hands on your knees. We're going to end today by just taking one nice big shoulder roll together. So inhale. Lift the shoulders to the ears, roll them all the way back and down. Awesome work today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed that class. And if you want to see more about the wrists or the fingers or whatever, just let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.